All right. We are back yet again. It is the very first episode of Cliftone's Corner for 2020, and I would like to welcome you to the circle. Now, what's the circle, you may ask? Well, don't worry, because I will answer that question for you and any other ones that will come along the way. This podcast is strictly about the circle. Season 2 of Cliftone's Corner, we are diving into everything the circle. Yes, I've said the circle a lot, and you are probably confused if you have no idea what this is. But hold on, stay tuned. First things first, since I'm going to be doing a lot of talking in this episode, I would like to go ahead and introduce our sponsor, which is Anchor. That's where I host my podcast at. I'm going to get through my sponsor message for you guys. That way, later on in the show, we're not having any interruptions or anything of that sort. So, here we are. Take it away, Cliftone. Message from our sponsor. And we are back. First and foremost, I do want to apologize because throughout this podcast you will hear this sort of an echo. I'm coming at you guys live from my mother's living room, so I'm sorry. It's not much I can do about the quality of the sound. I'm hoping that later on when I add background music that this will sound so much better. But again, I apologize if it's an issue. It will be solved next time. I'll be at home for my next podcast so that it won't be an issue. We won't have to worry about it. But to our main topic today, we are here to talk about The Circle. And The Circle is pretty much, it started in 2018 in the UK. It is an interactive game show that is done strictly on a social media platform that happens to be called The Circle. While in The Circle is pretty much an apartment building. If you would like to visualize right now an apartment building in your head, say if Sally lives on the first floor in apartment A and the apartments are spread out A, B, C, and floors 1 through 5, they would put Allie in apartment floor 1, apartment A. They would put Mike in floor 2, apartment B. They would put Richard in floor 3, apartment C. And then they would put Mike, I don't know if I said Mike, in floor 4, apartment A. Whatever. They would space the contestants out. That way they can't hear one another. The apartments are soundproof. While you are playing this game, you never come into contact with the people that you are playing with, that you're playing against, until they are blocked from the circle, and we'll talk about more later on blocking and things like that. But yeah, you never come into contact with these people until they leave the game and they choose to see you. Other than that, if they don't choose to see you, you see no one this entire time. I know the UK version of The Circle, it lasts about 22 to 25 days. I'm not quite sure how long the US version lasts. I know that for the US version on Netflix, they did fly out the cast and they put them in the apartment building that the original show was shot in. So that was pretty cool. Pretty much the game is played strictly through social media. So it's like a Facebook of sorts, so to speak. We'll use that to go off of. And you judge each other based off of their profile pictures, their bios, their age. Say if someone's a huge dog lover and I don't like dogs. I do like dogs, please don't attack me, but so to speak. Say if I'm someone who doesn't like dogs and I read someone else's profile and come to find out that Katie, she loves dogs. She has 8. But I think Katie is so beautiful and I would love to be with her. But I can't stand her dogs, so I should tell her, or I need to get her out of here just because of that, or it's kind of something like that. The Circle, several times over the past 2 years, has been related always back to Big Brother. It's this Big Brother-esque type thing. You're cut off from the outside world. But with The Circle, you're not cut off from the outside world. Well, you're not just cut off from the outside world. It's that plus you're cut off from the other people playing. So that's another layer upon things. And that makes The Circle pretty damn interesting, if I like to say so myself. So that's pretty much the basics of what The Circle is as a whole. And as we dig more into things, there's features like Circle Chat. Circle Chat is basically like group messaging, or if you just want to talk to one person, you can do that. If you want to make, a special group chat with your friends, you can do just that. But Circle Chat is where everyone comes together, and it's like the huge group chat for everyone involved. Everyone can say good morning, how are you doing, talk about this, talk about that. I've seen some things go down in Circle Chat that has seriously messed up some people's games. Again, this is the UK version I'm talking about because I'm more so familiar with that. As far as the US version, just to get you guys caught up to where I am, I've only seen the first 4 episodes, and up until this point in real time, we've gone through the finale and everything like that. But the lovely thing about the Circle is a lot of people still don't know about the US version. So with this podcast, I'm hoping that you people that do watch, or you people that have tried to pick it up and put it back down, may pick it back up and get into it. It's a very awesome show. The US version is a bit different just because it's on Netflix. It's not live like in the UK. I really love that live feature and live tweeting along with everyone else, but this that kind of did mess up things with the Netflix version. It messed up. That was a huge complaint with the Twitter community about how some people didn't want to tweet about it because they didn't want to spoil it for others, and others didn't want to be on Twitter because they didn't want to spoil it for themselves, and it was a huge thing. So that's the one aspect of the show that I would definitely give a thumbs down. I'm a huge live tweeter with Big Brother and Survivor and things of that nature. I love live tweeting. Live tweeting is pretty awesome to me. So with this, I was really looking forward to that. I was hoping Netflix would do like a staggered release throughout the week for the 3 weeks, but no. 4 episodes a week on Wednesday, 3 weeks, and that was it. But back to Circle Chat. That's where it all goes down. That's the main meetup. That's basically like gathering at the Starbucks with your friends to chat about what's going on. That's the equivalent of that. That is Circle Chat. On to another feature of the show. With Big Brother, you are nominated, you compete, and you are evicted. With the Circle, you are rated. There are 8 people in the Circle at any given time, 7 to 8 people. It's normally 8. Again, on the UK version, there have been a few times where there's been just 7. If a new person comes in and becomes the 8th member, they are immune for the first rating. They cannot be rated upon, but they can rate. So we need to be careful with that when in the Circle and when playing this game. Back in the day, on the first UK season of the Circle, the ratings went by stars, and you can give anyone anywhere from 5 to 1 star. And I didn't like that when I first watched how the ratings went in the UK version. First off, to again put you on track with me, I watched season 2 first and then season 1. But the first episode of season 1 after watching season 2 was pretty weird, and I immediately noticed the issue with the way they had the ratings set up, because if I wanted to, I could essentially sit here and give everyone 1 star, and at the end of the day, I don't think there's really any fairness in that. And moving on to the second season in the UK, they completely changed the rating system, and instead of the whole star system, they made it where you can rank the players from 7th to 1st. Of course, 1st being the highest, 7th being the lowest. You can't rank yourself. There are 8 places, and then of course you can figure out how that works. Obviously, this was a much better voting system because, of course, you can't put more than one person in 7th. You can't give more than one person 1st. So that completely, in my eyes, made it a completely fair game. I always want the game to be fair. No matter what the show may be, no matter what may be going on, I live for the fairness. So, we've talked about Circle Chat, we've talked about ratings, and now let's talk about Circle games. Yes, the contestants play games, of course. What do you expect? In every show nowadays, there's some type of game or competition or something, and the Circle is nonetheless. In the Circle, games can range anywhere from Never Have I Ever to, I know there's a game where you can ask questions anonymously, and I really enjoy that one because it gets super messy, and who the hell does not live for drama, especially in a situation like this where you can't even go and see the person? And I love it. It has drama written all over it, so I can't really understand why people don't like this show. But that is a topic for another day. Now, of course, everyone would like to know what the prize is. As far as the UK version, because that's all I really know, I didn't really look into the US version, which I should have, so shame on me. The winner will receive £75,000. Now, later on in the season, it was revealed that no, you won't get a whole 75,000. If you win and you are the most popular, again, that is the goal of the circle, to become the most popular player. Say that 5 times fast. And then also there is a fan prize. On the first season of the circle in the UK, a catfish by the name of Alex, he was playing as his girlfriend Kate. He managed to win. And not only did he win the 50,000 pounds, he also won the 25,000 fan favorite vote, and that garnered him another, like I just said it, another 25,000 pounds. So he walked away with the whole 75,000 pounds at the end of the day, and people were pretty furious. He played the game pretty damn good. He was an amazing catfish, and I tip my hat. In season 2 in the UK of the circle, the prize money was the same, 75,000 pounds, I think. Or was it 100? I believe it was 75,000 again. But the thing was, they told the flatmates later on in the season that, you guys aren't really winning this whole amount. You're going to win this much, and then you got to hope that No, I don't think the winner could win. I think they made it that way to where I need to rewatch season 2 of The Circle now, because I believe that they made it where the winner could not win the fan vote. Well, not even the winner. The final 3 could not win the fan vote, just because of what happened in season 1, I thought. I'm not sure. Now I need to go back and look. I need to do even more research before I start my next episode. So thank you guys. Just keep on piling on the work on me. But the circle is, again, a place where anyone can be anyone. So Alex chose to be Kate, his girlfriend, and he went in as a catfish. Given the option, would I go in as a catfish? I would honestly have to say no. I feel like the game would be so much more harder trying to be someone else and trying to keep up with being someone else. At the end of the day, I really just want to be myself. Isn't that what we live for in the world? We just want to be ourselves. And if anything, if you were going to be a catfish, go in there and be who you want to be. Don't be who you want to be to win the circle. Take this opportunity to show the world who you want to be, and then after this, you go out and you be that person. I don't know. I don't want to get all preachy and crap. I just, hey, you never know. But that is pretty much the premise of the circle. You want to be the most popular. You want to gain allies. You want to get along with everyone. You want to be an ace at the games. You want to keep up, especially if you're being a catfish. You want to keep up with what you're telling people. Even if you're not going to be a catfish and you're going to just tweak things about yourself, tell everything the same thing. Make sure you're telling everyone the same thing. Make sure not only everyone is on the same page with what you're telling them, but that you're on that same page as well. Because you don't want to tell one person something and then tell another person something else, and then the event of a group chat comes along and it's you 3 in a group chat, or you 3 and someone else in a group chat, or whatever the case may be, and something comes out and that one person's like, whoa, but you said this, and the other is like, but you said this, so what is what? So, you never want to get yourself caught up in that type of situation. That's pretty much the gist of the circle. I just really wanted to make this episode to educate a few people, of course, bring people back into Cliftone's Corner. This is my first episode of the new year, so I just want to put something out there, especially before I get into something like this. I know the circle is something that, again, a lot of people have not heard about, and I'm trying to get the word out there. I kind of dipped my toe in the water earlier of trying to find out who of my friends actually watched the circle, and I thought only like 2 or 3 people watched, but come to find out, like, quite a few watched the circle. And it's funny because Joey, during the preview, there was a preview that Netflix put out on YouTube about 48 hours prior to the season premiere, and I did not like Joey whatsoever. Karen was my favorite, and then again, I'm sorry about dropping names at the end of this, and we'll get into all this on my next episode. I promise next episode is coming fast, but I did not like Joey, and then the episode came along, and I fully liked him, so I cannot wait to get into the first episode, and that'll be coming at you guys pretty soon. Since all 12 episodes of the season are out, I'll be taking them in bits and pieces. So first off, I'll come at you guys with my take on the first episode and how I enjoy things with that. And then I'll continue to watch The Circle and see where it goes from there. I hope that you guys choose to stick with me on this journey. Those of you that have finished watching, I hope you guys choose to listen through again. You may hear something that you didn't notice, or something that you agree with, or something that you wanted to talk to someone about and you didn't have the person to talk to. And that's pretty much what this is for me. This is my outlet to talk about all of the crazy ongoings in my brain and how I feel about these TV shows, and to share it with other people that may not have anyone to talk with it about. Because I know I don't have anyone, but come to find out, people I know watch The Circle, so apparently I need to reevaluate what I know about my friends. But I know a lot of people don't have anyone to talk to about this stuff. It's weird, it's odd, it's hey, it can't be that weird and it can't be that odd if people I know are watching, so I may need to reevaluate that too. But I would like to thank you for tuning in to Cliftone's Corner. Thank you guys for coming back, all you newbies. I hope you return. Coming at you live. I'm not even in Cliftone's Corner. It feels weird being here from my mom's living room. I'm Cliftone. Thank you again.